Good morning. You guys hear me? Awesome. Are you guys excited? This is the best day of your life. It's day 2. It's Outlook. So we're here to talk about the best day of your life driven by Outlook. And I'm here with Amanda. Do you want to go and introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm a lead program manager on the Outlook desktop team.
And I'm Michael Palomidi. I lead the iOS team. So today is a little bit of a different presentation. We're not going to talk about roadmaps and doing deep technical dives. We're going to be actually going through really a day in the life, and we're going to play a little. We're going to have a little bit of fun with this, but we're going to cover a bunch of features. I think last time I counted, it was about 45 or more features. Throughout the demos, we're going to hopefully point out some pro tips, so things maybe can give you some tips to actually use Outlook even more efficiently, or maybe things you didn't know about. And then at times, we'll break character, and we'll give you a little bit of behind the scenes, a little bit of context about what the feature is and potentially what it's doing. And so, yeah. But real quick, how many Windows users do we have? Outlook for Windows. Wow, okay. Amanda, high bar. How many Mac users? Okay, yeah, I gotta hear the Mac crowd when I get to my Mac demo. iOS? 2 hands, yes. Oh, nice. And then Android. And then, yes, he actually stood up. Dude, you're awesome. Cool. And then web, Outlook for web. Wow, there's a lot of users for everything. Cool.
Coverage.
Awesome. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit awkward. I'm going to be playing Jordan Miller. I am an Apple fanboy. I actually am an Apple fanboy. And you are who?
I am Christy Klein today.
Not an Apple fan.
Not an Apple fan, woman, person.
Apple person.
I love Windows and Android, and so I will be using those devices.
Cool. Do you need to change into your wardrobe for this?
No, I wore my hoodie. I'm ready.
What? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to change it to mine. Cool.
What are you doing?
I made a shirt for this.
Oh my God.
Cool. I'm ready. All right. Let's get this started. So, the story is I'm going to start off on as Jordan Miller, and my day begins as probably most of your days begin. Cool. My day actually begins. My phone. I literally start my day with my phone because my phone is my alarm clock. And so after I hit snooze probably 17 times, I wake up. And while I'm still in bed, the first thing I do to start my day is actually open Outlook mobile. And because I'm in bed and I'm still pretty groggy and I'm not ready to fully kind of immerse myself into my workday or my personal life, I just quickly look at my focused inbox and look for things where I've been mentioned, because that's a really clear signal of someone is trying to get my attention, right? And so here I see Christine. Can I call you Cece? Okay, Cece. Cece emailed me asking about engineering resources, and it's kind of early in the morning, but I'm going to go ahead and check out her mail. She's asking, we should also chat about them. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to reply with my favorite response, just a double thumbs up. But this is a cool experience where this is the modern conversation experience that really, this is a pretty simple conversation, but when the conversation gets really complex, having that top-down reading order and being able to scroll through in the order that the mail comes in is really, really helpful. And I can even take individual actions on specific kind of message cards. And so if I wanted to, I could tap on these little triple dots on the right side underneath the date there. I can tap on that and I can forward her mail. I can reply just to her if there were multiple people. And so that's super helpful. Cool, so I just gave you the thumbs up. I'm going to then switch over, and all I did there is, pro tip here, you don't have to actually hit the hamburger menu, that's that little, these lines at the top left here. I can just swipe from the left side of the phone. So super ergonomic, I can just swipe from the left and get my super fast account switcher. Before I moved to Gmail, I noticed that I've added Cece to my favorites. And so we have talked about, and we've released the ability to favorite folders and groups, and soon you're going to be able to favorite people. Now, beyond that, I know I'm going to be getting a lot of mail from you, so I think I'm going to tap this pencil icon to edit my favorites, and this is a brand new experience that no one's actually seen yet. It's shipping soon. If I tap and hold on Christy, I can actually move her where I want, and I'm gonna put her right next to my inbox and hit OK. That's gonna sync back to all the other endpoints. So in like Outlook for Web, for example, if I'm using that, I'll see the favorites and the order will sync. Cool, so then I can, and what that'll do is if I enabled CC as my favorite and I enable favorite people notifications, I can turn off all notifications except mail from you. So I only get notifications from you when you send me mail. That's pretty cool. Cool, so I'm gonna move on to Gmail and tap on here. This is my personal account, and so I don't get a ton of mail, but like this one is from Jamie about hiking next weekend, and I am pumped. Yes, and I'm gonna respond with another clap and double thumbs up. Yes, I love emojis. But cool, I can go to my other inbox, and this is where all the information, things that are not time sensitive or action oriented land. And so things like newsletters, promotional mails, et cetera, things I can just kind of get to later. That's what the other mailboxes are really great for. I'll come back to those probably on the bus when I have more time. Okay, now I'm still in bed. I'm still kind of groggy, but I know I have a trip coming up. I'm flying to Seattle on Thursday. And Outlook Mobile uses AI to actually help me with travel. And so without even having to search my mailbox or search my calendar for when I'm traveling, I can actually just tap the search icon and land right into this intelligence-powered search experience. And you'll see the upcoming section here has some open table reservations, but it also has my flight there. And so I can quickly get to my flight information. And if I need to, I can tap on it and see the entire mail. I can even check in from Outlook. Will take me to the appropriate app and or website if I need to check in when it's time. So that's super helpful. And then the last thing, before I generally get out of bed, I check my calendar and I go to the agenda view. And this view is really powerful because not only does it tell me what meetings I have on my day, when they are, but it also shows me visually who is in them. And it gives me feedback in terms of like who's accepted and who's tentative and declined. And so if I kind of scroll through my Tuesday, it's a pretty typical Tuesday, one-on-one, some daily stand-ups. But I've got this really kind of gnarly dev review at 5 o'clock that I'm leading. But I noticed you declined. Why did you decline? Huh.
All right, and I'm at home getting ready in the morning. And I've decided that it's been a lot of work getting ready for today, and it's going to be a rough day. I think Jordan and I deserve to go get drinks tonight, and there's no way I'm spending 5 to 6 p.m. in a dev review. Not happening. So I'm scheduling a happy hour with Jordan, and let's see here. I can go ahead and slide this down till I find a free time and try to see here. Let's do 6 o'clock. I can see that both of us are free at that time. That should work. And let's see, where can we go out? There's a cool place that I heard about called Ice Bar. Let's see if that comes up. Oh, right nearby here, perfect. And I can see the map, and I'll send that off to Jordan. Sweet. And now we will switch back.
Okay, so before we even switched, I got the favorite people notification. It came in so quick that we missed it, but I got a notification from her, and sure enough, now I'm later, now it's later in the morning. Let's assume I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm triaging my mail. I'm a little more awake, but sure enough, now it makes sense why you declined that super important dev review at 5 o'clock, happy hour. Now, the cool thing is with Outlook Mobile, I don't even have to even tap, before I even tap the screen, there's enough context provided where I know like, there's no conflict. I see a nifty little drink icon, so there's a visual indicator of what kind of event it is. And it obviously gives me from who as well as the time. Now tapping the RSVP button, a few months ago we shipped a brand new RSVP experience that allowed you to choose not only to accept or decline, but also provide a note. We've gone beyond that. Now we're including a quick preview of our calendar. So now I can see before and after if it makes sense for me to take this, to go to this happy hour. And sure enough, it is right after the dev review. I'll see if I can make that meeting shorter. But the cool thing is, because she put a specific place, With Outlook, I'm going to get a time to leave notification too, based on the location. So depending on where I'm at and traffic conditions, it won't just give me the standard 15-minute or whatever default that maybe you chose. It'll actually tell me, based on real-time traffic conditions, when I should leave to get to the meeting on time. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. So the next thing I see is Rex is asking me right here, for more drinks. I see a theme. I sense a theme going on here. So Rex is in town, and just to point out, he sent an email from his Gmail account. He's not part of my organization, so he doesn't have access to my FreeBusy. And this is one of those examples where we could go back and forth for all day. Hey, does this time work? No. And then he replies, no, how about this time? And it's kind of the ping pong game of scheduling. But what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use this nifty feature called send availability. And so in the quick reply experience, I'm going to tap the calendar there, the calendar icon next to the paperclip, and I'm going to get the choice to send my availability. And what this does is it brings up my calendar, and then I can right here look at the day, and I can start picking time. So I'm going to actually pick a couple times after our happy hour to go get drinks with Rex. And I'll pick another time maybe tomorrow as well, maybe before dinner. And if I hit the OK button, it now creates this really nicely formatted email that I can, with one tap, send to Rex. On his end, he'll get this nice mail, and if he's using Outlook Mobile, he can tap on these in the body, and he'll get a quick create event invite that he can then shoot back to me, depending on which one works for him. So I'm going to go ahead and send that to him, and we'll just eliminate all of that back and forth regarding times. And then the other thing here is another meeting invite. I get lots of meeting invites. I'm a PM. So Kimberly is asking about lunch, and this is a fun one because we just shipped a feature. So you can tell here I've got a conflict with a one-on-one. I'm going to move the one-on-one. I'm going to accept her invite, and of course I got to give her the emojis, and I'm going to accept. Awesome. And then the last thing I'll do before I take off to the bus is Alice sent me this document the other day, and I looked at it. I quickly preview it in Outlook Mobile. I looked at it last night when I was laying in bed before I fell asleep. It's a long document. I have a lot of feedback. I started typing it up, and you know what? I want to type a lot more, so I'm going to use my Mac on the bus. But the cool thing is when I start a draft either on my phone or on a PC or on the web or on my Mac, it syncs now across all my devices. So I can start in one place and finish another, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Okay, and now we turn it over to you.
And now I am at work, and I'm on my Windows device.
You're 7.
Which is 8. Sorry. We have 5 devices up here, by the way, so we're juggling switches and cords.
There you go.
All right, so now I'm at work, and I have logged into my Windows machine. You'll notice that, first I do see that Jordan has accepted my happy hour, so that's good. You'll notice I have a new beautiful UI here, and I can see the coming soon. I can look into here for details about what it is that came with this. I just recently toggled this on, so now I'm seeing everything that's described here. And sure enough, it's bringing me a beautiful new user experience. So I can go ahead and close that, and you can see the simplified ribbon at the top, which looks different. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flag this one. I noticed that Cameron's been waiting for a while for this, and I haven't actually done it. You can see it called out in yellow there now with the new UX. And then the next thing I'm going to do is there was an email from Megan that I was supposed to forward something to Jordan. So let's see. Was this the report that we were working on? You can actually see there with the URL, it's showing the actual original URL. So I'm able to confirm, not looking at the safe link now, I can actually see what the link is that I'm going to. And that indeed is the document we've been working on. And Jordan had asked for this, so let me go ahead and share it with him now. I can do that right here from Word Online. I'll send you the share. All right, good, and we'll come back to Outlook. And let's see, there was something else I was supposed to do. I remember I was supposed to send in my budget updates, but I can't remember who sent the mail. Oh, that's right, here it is. This is the mail I was looking for. So you can see that when I did the search there, I have the top results showing up at the top, and then chronologically after that. And the mail here from Moses isn't duplicated below. It's one of the most things that I've been clicking on the most. It knows that it's relevant to me, and it's put that up the top results. So this is the mail that I was looking for, and I'm supposed to well, it's almost the end of September, so it's time to actually turn in my budget. So I'm going to go ahead and reply to Moses, and I will attach the doc that I was working on late last night with the Q1 budget update. And I'm going to go ahead and put it there as a cloudy doc so that if I continue to edit it just in case through the end of September, he will get all my updates. And I'm going to go ahead and mention Delia because she worked with me on this one, and we were up late working, and we worked really hard. And I'm feeling rather excited about the fact that I got this one done. So let's see here. I'm going to put a little happy GIF in here just to show that we are feeling good, that we have actually finished this on time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and send that off to Moses and Delia. And then I start thinking about it, and I'm thinking it might be worthwhile to meet with them before the next couple days pass, because they're going to send that document out, and I want to make sure it actually meets everyone's needs. So let's go ahead and go into a new meeting and do a budget review. And I can see here the suggested people. It's bringing up Delia and Moses are both right there in the top. And let's see, I'm wondering where we should meet. Available conference rooms all show up here in the drop-down. I don't have to go searching through to find one that works for all of us. So it's easy. I can go ahead and click on Adam since that's near all of us. And this way, then we can actually review the doc that I sent out. All right, and now we'll hand it back to Jordan.
Okay, I'm back. I am at the office. It's later in the day. I'm on my MacBook Pro here in Outlook for Mac. You can see that I've got the shared document from you. I've got your shared calendar. One thing I want to point out is I've got my swipe gestures on my Mac configured exactly like I do on my phone. And in both the Mac experience and the phone experience, we've designed and enhanced the configuration so you can now have a really simplified and great swipe experience on both. And I love the fact that I can now swipe to flag this. I'm going to go ahead and flag this one. I thought I was going to flag it, but I did. So cool. And so that'll now sync obviously back to my phone as well. So like later on, I can look at that document on my phone on the way home as well. The next thing, you shared your calendar, which is going to be super helpful because we work together so much. And I'm going to go ahead and accept this. Added it right away, but I'll go ahead and archive this with another swipe. And if I go to my calendar now, there she is. She shows up as a secondary calendar I can add. And this is super helpful now because her calendar seems to be more condensed, a little bit more condensed than mine. But now I can use this throughout the day to find out times where you're going to, what you're working on, when you're going to be. And the cool thing is I can tap on this, I can single click on an event and see this updated event card and see who's accepted my meeting. In this case, I can see that this person accepted, or she accepted my meeting. But I can also look at my own calendar and do the same thing and look at the dev review meeting, and I can see the same thing of who accepted, and of course you're not there because you declined it. So that's super helpful. If I go back to mail, the other thing that I use all the time is search. So I tend to archive and delete a lot of stuff, so I usually go back to search and find things. And this really nifty kind of one-click suggestion here of people that or recent searches that I've done is not coming up. Let me try it again here. There it is. Okay, so it has not only my recently typed searches, but also suggest people that I tend to search for. And something we've learned in Outlook is that over 50% of searches are for people. Because if you think about it, you think about like, oh, so-and-so sent me this, or they sent me this attachment, and you think of the person generally first as part of a core piece of that search query. And so we really want to emphasize the fact that people are a core part of the search and making that super simple to get to with just a couple of taps. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on Christy here. And I super fast get get the results of what she's sent me recently. The other thing I want to show is this ability to see the people card. And this is the new live persona card that is shared across all the Outlook endpoints. And I can see not only her manager, but also who she works with. And I want to switch back to mobile real quick, and I want to show another thing why this is important. So if I go back to Outlook here, and just like I was showing you on my Mac, if I tap on her in email, I can see the same exact org information on the go. And this is really helpful because one thing that I tend to use is not only who do people report to, but who is on their team, but also this works with information is leveraging the Microsoft Graph to like figure out who you work with and potentially help me connect with people that might be important to connect with as well. But the other thing too is this really nice feature, and now I think I worked with Miriam a couple years ago. I know she's your skip level, so it might be a little bit awkward, but I'm gonna go tap on Miriam because I'm pretty sure we worked together. And with the LinkedIn integration in Outlook Mobile, I can actually look at her full profile. Oh, looks like we're having Wi-Fi issues. Okay, all right, well, it was working earlier. It looks like we're having Wi-Fi issues. But I would be able to see her full profile in LinkedIn and not only look at her full profile, but also connect with her on LinkedIn. And we would actually have a connection on LinkedIn. And so that was something super helpful. And I'll connect with her offline to just say hey and tell her how good a person you are. Cool. Go back to Mac here. All right, last thing, back in calendar. So because of this happy hour is in later today, but I'm getting close. Let's assume that it's later in the day. I've got my dev review coming up, but you picked a restaurant that is a little ways away. The traffic is bad. I will get buzzed on my phone, on my watch, because I have Outlook running on my watch as well. And so when I get that time to leave notification, not only will I get a notification on my phone, but I'll also get the notification on my watch. And that's super helpful because while I'm in that meeting, that dev review meeting, I'll just get a nice little discreet, happy hour, time to leave message, so I can wrap up that meeting pretty quickly and move on.
Okay, and now I'm actually at happy hour, and I'm waiting for Jordan, and he's taking a while. So while I am here, I'm figuring I might as well go in there and work on this proposal that came in earlier. So here I can see the attachment, the Word attachment that's sent to me from Hannah. I can open that up right here on my phone. I look through here, and I'm starting to think that maybe I actually want to make some edits to this, but I don't want to make them directly in her doc. I want to make my own copy so that I can kind of make a proposal. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. I can't actually save it to my Dropbox since this is a protected document. It's work-related, so I get an error there preventing that. But I can save it into my OneDrive. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I can work on that offline. And let's go back into Outlook. And you know what? Like I said, it's been a very long week, and I think I'm done. So I'm just going ahead and put on the Do Not Disturb. And I'm going to put until tomorrow morning. So this way I'm not going to get anything until tomorrow, and I can have a work-free evening. Now I will continue waiting for Jordan to actually show up.
Need to switch back here?
Yep, Windows. All right, we had the drinks. That was offline. You didn't get to see that part. That was we debated whether we should have props or something to show that we had conducted the drinks. So now I'm back home. I'm not too inebriated. I'm able to do a little bit more work. So now I'm over on my OWA device, back at home working. And I've got a few things I wanted to go through here. So the first thing was I've got this email from Delia, and she's asking if I can make a meeting tomorrow. I can't actually make this meeting. And I know she's been having a lot of trouble scheduling it because Jordan and I are a little squirrely and she can't pin us down. So I think rather than just telling her that I can't make it, I'm going to add Jordan onto this email as well. And I can come right here with the little down arrow and pick Find Time. Now this should give a set of times here showing who's available at which times, and I can kind of select a few that I think might work out for us so that we can kind of vote and see, because somebody's going to have to move some meeting. So I can go ahead and include that with the email. So now she's getting the message both that I can't make it, and here's some times that I think might work. And now everybody can weigh in and sort of pick which time they want to move or can actually make it. So I'll go ahead and send that to Delia and to Jordan, and hopefully that'll make it easier for her to actually schedule us. I know she's been having a lot of pain with that one. And then I think we've been working with Delia quite a bit now, so I'm going to go ahead and take her here. She is favorited, so there I can see when every time she sends me an email, it's going to show up right away so that I make sure I get notifications if Delia wants to talk. And then the next thing, let's see, before I end my day, I've also got, oh, right. This morning when I was in there, I had the expense report from Cameron that I flagged to look at later. I can go ahead and go in there, and you see it's got the expense report showing right up in line in the email. And these are giving me the actions that I can actually take, approve or reject, and I can do that directly in the email. Offline, I went ahead and looked through all of his expenses, and everything checked out fine, so I'm going to actually just go ahead and approve that right here inside of OA. And it takes a second. And more Wi-Fi
It's
issues.
demo Wi-Fi.
There we go. And then you'll see here it actually switched over to approved after I've made that change. You can also, I mean, if you go back and you can reject these as well directly in, and I can toggle off sort of my response to it. But so if I had some problem, wait, I want to wait until we see if Cameron actually submitted every receipt that went ahead with this, then I can switch it back, and now it's in rejected mode. And that is the end of our day.
It's a long day. Cool. So like we covered, we went through really fast, and we talked over a lot of demos. And like I said, there was probably 45 across the 5 endpoints. And I think we, as along besides a couple little small little hiccups in terms of the demo, we covered really a lot of across email, calendar, and search. And the thing is, there's intelligence built in across all of these. And I think that what we saw was both in context intelligence, but things that also helped us throughout our day, scheduling meetings as well. And so, and then the one thing I wanted to point out in terms of the Mac session, I know that the team is going to be showing a lot of good stuff. So please go to those sessions. Is there anything you wanted to call out as far as the Windows or the OA?
Do you have another slide here?
Right there.
Yes. So we had the Android ones that we walked through up front. There's the Do Not Disturb that we showed, Outlook on the web on OA, including the favorites that we had for folder and for people, as well as the Outlook for Windows. And there was a lot of things in the new UX that were there that we didn't walk through. But when we come to our deep dive that we're doing for Outlook and Mac, you'll see that we'll actually walk through that full user experience and what we're seeing there and what, all the changes.
Cool, and then because this is the first session of a lot of sessions that are coming up today in the next couple of days, we wanted to include an eye chart for you of all the Outlook sessions. I'm biased, but I think the one tomorrow at 12:30, the Outlook Mobile for Enterprise, is a 75-minute session. We're going to go super deep. It'll be jam-packed. I don't even know if we'll have enough time in 75 minutes, but please, please, please check it out. We're going to be covering Android and iOS. There was a lot of news that was announced today. If you didn't see the blog post for Outlook Mobile, we've got even more we're going to talk about tomorrow. So come to our session at 12:30 tomorrow. And is there one that stands out to you?
Your own. I'm going to go ahead and be biased as well. My favorite that I think is probably the best is the deep dive into Mac and Windows, and that one's where we're actually going to go through the UX a little bit deeper and show some of the features that we have in Mac and Windows and give you the story behind those.
Cool. And then there's, we love our Exchange friends. There's a lot of great Exchange sessions as well today, so please check those out as well. We wouldn't be as successful if we didn't have our Exchange partnership so tight, so please go check those out. And then for being here, you guys, if you put in this code, there's the first 50, yeah, everyone's slowing down, like, oh, free book. Yeah, so the first 50 people who use this code down here, Ignite 2018 Orlando at that URL, will get this Office for 365 for IT Pros book free. It's an e-copy. It's by Tony Redman. It's a pretty awesome book, and so that's free for the first 50 people. Cool. That's all we have. So Outlook helps you with your day. We hopefully gave you back a few minutes of your day because it's so efficient. Thank you very much.